chauffeur here with me. Yay! I'm so happy he could have off. He actually got a jury duty notification that he might have been needed. It's going to be bouncing all over the place. But in any case, he was not needed. So I am very grateful for that. So he could go with me. I didn't have to do this by myself. So even though I've done it before, I know what it's all about. I'm doing okay. I was a little more emotional on Sunday about the whole thing, and thought I'd be more emotional this week. But so far, so good. No tears yet. We'll see. Still have half an hour drive in or so. But I think I'm all right. Doing okay. Got a good mindset. Like I said, knowing what I'm going to be going through and all that, and the body feels good. So again, I'm just putting out there everything is going to be good. My results are going to be good. So it's just a matter of getting through my little MRI concert, as I'm calling it. So hopefully I'll get the headphones and I can have my music. That'll be helpful, and if not, so be it. We'll find out. I will inform you as soon as we're done. But that's it for now. Well, here we go. Here's another good sign that everything is going to go well today. Got a nice smiley face on the truck. I love seeing faces and all different things. I do find them when I look at different cars, backs of cars or whatever. Yesterday we saw a heron. So my dad was telling me it's all going to be okay. So good signs. We're here, finding our area. It dawned on me as we're getting here too that I realized that this time too, I'm not in pain, so I can walk, so it didn't matter where we parked. So I can get where I need to go. And secondly, because also I'm not in pain, I don't need to take Tylenol and have to worry about my schedule with that and whether I needed to take it this morning, because not being able to eat and drink for that 4 hours. I don't have to worry about that either. No pain pills. So, yay. That's a good thing. I'm just hungry right now. A little bit of a stomachache because I'm hungry. If anything, usually if I have a drink of water, then that will take care of that for me. But we'll see. Maybe I can get a sip before we get this all started. Alrighty. Here in my fashionable garments. My 2 robes. One backwards, one frontwards. My pants. And cute yellow socks. So, now I go and wait until they come and get me. MRI scan is all done, and I'm home. I had lunch. Yummy. As I said going in, I was having a little bit of a stomach ache because I was kind of hungry, almost feeling a little nauseous. But by the time that they started taking me back to get changed and all that kind of things, then the stomach ache kind of went away. Partly I was moving, things were happening, wasn't thinking about it. So as you saw, I got to wear my nice fashionable little gown outfit and all that good stuff. That's all good. It still amazes me that the machines can see through all that too. You can wear all these layers and it still just sees your organs of your body. But everything went well. Got the port in. That went well. There's no trouble as far as having, that work. The blood access came back right away and all that good stuff. They flushed it. It was good. And got in the machine, and I was able to lay flat and all that. Also, both shoulders were okay. Sometimes in bed lately, even laying on my back, my shoulders, like both shoulders have been hurting. So I was a little bit concerned about that, but I was just fine. So yay. I had asked for Bon Jovi music. It just seemed easy. They did have 80s music playing, and the technician did mention about, I have 80s music playing, would you like something different? And so I asked for Bon Jovi, and she said okay. And I had asked Maria, my friend I talked about in my other video, she's up in heaven. Bon Jovi was our thing. We went to a couple concerts together and stuff, and we both loved that band. And I asked her to send me a couple good songs, and so it was all very, very interesting. Got in the machine. They did their first test run or whatever to make sure that it was lined up correctly and things. So again, you lay there. This time I didn't get a blanket. You can get a blanket if you want to if you're cold. I was fine. Didn't need it. But she put a couple, I don't remember this last time, she put a couple foam blocks on me. They were kind of almost half moon, almost hand size. And she put a couple of those on my abdomen. And then, I've explained before, they put this cage thing over it. Kind of like, you know, when you wear, I don't know, in football or in hockey, you know, they have their masks that have the lines, whatever. So it's, you know, it's like that, but it fits over the abdomen. It's white. And so that goes over the abdomen area, and it was that it wasn't too much pressure. Now, again, different stuff from this test than from my last one. I do believe my last MRI, I thought it was November. I think I looked, it was the end of October was my last MRI. That was all before surgery and everything. So at that test, I was worried about, I was still having like leakage going on, so I needed to wear a pad. I was having all that pain, so I needed to make sure that I had pain pills in before the test. I think that was it. Just worried about having to go to the bathroom while I was laying on the table. I had, you know, at that point in time I did have my ileostomy bag too. So I don't remember there really being that much pressure. I thought there was a little bit of a pressure with that thing over my tummy. Like, again, I don't remember the blocks, so I don't know as though they used those last time. So this time, because of having the midline scar, sometimes when I have pressure on the stomach, that kind of hurts. Like, again, if I pull my pants up over the bag and I wear those, after a little while it's still sore because enough pressure for too long, it just kind of hurts the stomach. Otherwise, my stomach's been doing really well lately. I don't have a lot of pain, but if I do have pressure on there for an extent of time, I can feel like I can feel a little bit of pain still. Much better, much better. But in any case, they put that plasticky thing over the abdomen, and that was a little bit of pressure on there. And I thought, okay, but it was okay. It wasn't too much. It wasn't painful. I was just hoping that it wasn't covering the ostomy and stuff, that it would still have room to do any output if it needed to, which it did at some point. I was in the machine and I could feel it pass gas, and that felt really funny. So I think maybe something was on it. I could feel it kind of go past it. It just felt weird. But other than that, it was okay. So there's that. You get a panic button, so in case, you know, something happens, you need to, you know, call for them. It's a little squeeze bulb. You get that in your hand, but you're just laying there, you know, straight, stiff as a board. Have a nice pillow under my head though. I had a little cushion under my knees, and it was good. So I went in the machine, and they did the first test to make sure I was lined up. They had music playing, but it was still like 80s music. And I kind of thought, all right, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. And then the music stopped and it changed, and it went to Bon Jovi, and it was the song "It's My Life," which is another one of my favorite songs. There's a couple of them I was thinking of. It was "It's My Life" and "Living on a Prayer." Those are my two main ones that I usually think of when I, you know, again, thinking of Bon Jovi and singing songs in my head. And so "It's My Life" came on, and I just started beaming. I mean, it was like a full body reaction. Even now talking about it, I'm like, I got the chills throughout the whole body. I just smiled from ear to ear. My eyes welled up with tears a little bit, but I was like, thank you, Maria. So I could picture her there dancing in the room. I had asked all my angels to be there, so we're all gonna have a little MRI dance party. So as the machine was going, you could dance to the sound of the MRI. So I was picturing her dancing. I was picturing us being at the concert together. I was picturing us when we used to go to the bar together and dance. We are a group of friends that would hang out in our 20s. So lots of good stuff. Lots of positivity. So it just lit my whole body up. I was so happy, and got through that song, and it was cool. And it was like, man, for music to really hit that hard, because before that I had the other music and it was okay, and I'm like, whatever, maybe I'll do my prayers while I'm in here. And I started sending out light and love to some family members and stuff, and it was still kind of and I still kind of feeling the machine a little. And then when Bon Jovi came on, it was just like, I'm right there. I'm singing, I'm happy. I'm in the music, not paying attention to anything else, and it was just like, wow, okay. I mean, I knew I appreciated the music last time I had it, but this time it was just that much more, and it was so cool. So I had that song, and then "Living on a Prayer" came on. Of course, there's like commercials. I don't know if they have Spotify or they have whatever, but there's a commercial after every single song. I thought last time too when I had it was maybe after every third song they had a commercial. But this time it was after every song. I'm just like, really? Like, whatever. It is what it is. But Living on a Prayer came on, and that was good too. So I'm just sitting in there. Of course, I can't move my body, but I'm like, you know, I have my eyes closed, so I don't see what's going on. But I'm like singing, you know, mouthing the words and having a good time. And if you want another commercial, and then another different song came on. You know, it was Aerosmith or something, and I was like, okay, this isn't Bon Jovi, and I don't think Bon Jovi made a cover of this song, so that's weird. But you know, whatever. Okay, it's a good song. So I was just listening to it and was kind of there. And then the next song that came on was another Bon Jovi song. I believe it was Always. And so there again, it was just like, yeah, okay, I'm singing the song, I'm in the music. And then that ended. And then there was another song, and that one was like, I think by Poison. And I'm like, rock, okay, I haven't heard these in a while and stuff, so it was okay. And then another song came on, again, not Bon Jovi, but I'm like, whatever. And at that point I actually got really relaxed. And I was just so calm, and I thought, yeah, I could almost fall asleep. I know I've heard people say that they have fallen asleep, or the technicians have told me, yeah, people fall asleep in these tests and whatever. I'm just like, really? Well, I was there. I was so relaxed that I'm like, I could see that. If it was going to go much longer or whatever, I could probably just fall asleep. And then I got told that, okay, we're pulling you out and we're going to do the contrast. I was like, oh, okay, time to wake up. So they pulled me out, and she flushed my system first, which it was kind of funny. My heart kind of started racing, and I remember that before too, that's happened, and got a little warm. She's like, you doing okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. That was just interesting. She hooked me up then to the contrast and said, okay, put me back in. They have like another 2-3 tests to do, and they'll do like a test and then put the contrast in and do, you know, another test or whatever. And so back in the machine. So again, just closed my eyes. And I told her too, I said, interesting, I said for this Bon Jovi music that, I said, I played a couple Bon Jovi songs, but then it was a different song. And then it was a Bon Jovi song, and then it was a couple other songs. And she was like, oh, you should have told me, you know, I figured it out. And I'm like, well, I guess it's okay. The other music is good too, but, so she goes, yeah, we just, she goes, I put on a Bon Jovi mix station or whatever. She goes, I don't hear the music, I don't know what's playing. But I'm like, well, sorry, we're good. She goes, okay. So, back in the machine, and then again I was just like a little, not anxious, but whatever, and the music started and it was a different song, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, it is, you know, whatever, and stuff. And they did a test, and then a Bon Jovi song came on, and again it was just like so calming. It was straight. But I'm like, okay, I know that now if I have to have one of these again in the future, that I will ask to have it be like, if they can make sure it's just Bon Jovi, or, you know, try for that. I don't know what their options are or how they do that, but the Bon Jovi works for me. That's that's very nice and calming and soothing, and, you know, just makes me happy. So yeah, so we did the one test, and then she said the contrast was going in, and then I could feel that. I could feel it getting a little flushed, a little warm. I could feel the metallic taste in the back of my throat. And that lasted, I don't know, 30 seconds-ish, a minute, and that feeling all passed and whatever, and they did that other test. And then it was over. So I think, too, it was kind of funny. The testing, before they pulled me out, I told Wayne, too, I'd forgotten about the Mario test. The Mario where I'm just laying there, and then all of a sudden, you hear this, and you feel, for me, in my imagination, what I'm picturing is like when Mario is going up to save the princess or do whatever, and he's got the big like hammer, and he's got it, hammer and smash I guess he jumps over the barrels. He has to smash whatever, though, as he goes up. It was a Donkey Kong, I think Wayne said. But so that's what I'm picturing while I'm laying there. Because all of a sudden the machine is like, so I feel it on the one side. It's kind of like, and then I felt it kind of on my butt, where it's like, and then kind of more on this side or whatever. And just before that, I was actually picturing again, because it was probably not a Bon Jovi song, so I was picturing other people where I was working last at the automotive place. And so I was picturing the guys who take the information when you come in. Why am I forgetting their title? Anyway, anyways, I was picturing that department and those people, and then I was getting the bangs, and I was also picturing the, like, don't break the ice. We have the hammer, and you gotta, you know, break the ice things. Then I'm getting hit with a little hammer, and I thought, there you go, it's I'm getting a little tune-up. You know, you take the car into the shop, you get a tune-up. Well, I took my body in, MRI's giving me a little tune-up. We got a little, you know, ding, 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 you know, a little hammering on this side, little hammering on this side, little hammering. So that was just kind of funny too, you know, I amused myself. But yeah, so after it was all done, that was good. Like I said, everything went well. I had to go to the bathroom, and I was there too. I'm like, you know, right before, in fact, before I went in for, after they put the, you know, hooked me up for the contrast, I was thinking I kind of had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, there's like another 10, 15 minutes left. I got this. I can wait. I can hold it. I'm like, I haven't had anything to eat or drink since 9 p.m. last night. Why do I feel like I have to go to the bathroom? But test was done. I went to the bathroom. There was enough that came out, but I'm like, where did that all come from? I only had, like, you know, 2 little syringes of flushing in here so I thought that was funny. But went over, they took out the port because I didn't need any other tests or anything today, so they were able to take that out. But that was good too. It was about my 3-month mark where that should have been flushed anyways or used, so that was good. Again, it's all working well. Did hurt a little bit more. I thought interesting, as I was going every 2 weeks, maybe I built up a little scar tissue or whatever where it wasn't hurting as much. Today I felt the poke going in, and I felt it for a while as it was going, at least after they took it out, so I don't feel it now. For me, still, it kind of feels like a little bruise. Some people, like I said, they get it, and then within like 2 months or whatever, they don't feel it anymore. For me, it's still always been, there's something there. The way I move, with the shirt over it or whatever, it still feels like a bruise, or if I rub it, it's just like, ugh. But that's okay. So see, I still have the Band-Aid on, gotta take that off. Yeah, I have my bracelet on here too. I take that off. Yeah. Got out a little bit later. I thought the test would take an hour. We did get there early, but I think even by the time they took me back to even get my clothes changed and stuff, or I should say by the time they called me back to start the interview process and all that, I thought it was like 9 o'clock anyways, and we were supposed to be there at 9, and my test was supposed to start at 9:30. I think that all pretty much went on time, but by the time they even took the port out and stuff, by the time I got to Wayne, it was like 10 to 11. And then I got the key, and then I went and changed my clothes, and he nicely got me a croissant from Starbucks, so it's my little treat for afterwards. I was hoping for a chocolate one, but he said they were all out. I'm like, already at, 10 o'clock in the morning, they were out of chocolate croissants. But the regular one was very good too. Very fresh, very soft and delicious. So that was my little snack on the way home, and then I basically had lunch. I had a salad still in the fridge that needed to be eaten, so I had that. So that was yummy, delicious. And that's it. So that's it for today. Now I just have to wait for a week till I get results. So next week I have an appointment at the oncologist's office. I'm actually going to see his, I forget what you call her, an assistant. She's some type of a nurse. Not really the nurse, not the one that checks you in and all that. She's kind of like, like his right-hand person that there too, if he's sick, sick or whatever, then she can sometimes see the patients and go through the test results and things like that and whatever. So with this too, they asked if it would be okay if she gave me the results or if I really needed to see him and whatever. And I'm thinking, everything's going to be good anyways, so I'll see her. Because we're also going to go over something called survivorship. And they made this appointment back 6 months ago, I think, when I first saw him after my surgery appointment and all that. We had made the CT scan, and then we made this appointment right away. Why they waited for it to be 6 months out, why we didn't do this appointment sooner, I don't know. I don't know what it's all really about. I'm assuming it's going to be one of those of, how are you feeling, how are you doing, you feeling okay, because some people I feel guilty that they have survived, and things like that. So again, that's what I'm thinking it's going to be about. I haven't looked it up. I thought about looking it up online, and now it's a week away, so we shall see what that's about. But I'll get my results and all that, within a week. So that's it. Nothing else is planned for this week. This was enough. Wayne obviously did not have jury duty, so again, I mentioned that earlier, so that was good. He didn't have it this afternoon either, and now he's clear for 4 years. He won't be called, so that's also wonderful. That's it. And the girls left today for Los Angeles. They're going to KCON. So excited for them. Cassie has not been on a plane in a long time. She's not been on a plane without us parents, without us being like as a family trip. Her sister's been on a plane a couple times. Her and her boyfriend have been on a plane together, gone to Colorado a couple times. Mandy's been on a plane going to Florida a couple times. So she's a little more versed in the airport stuff, but together they are a good team. So they'll make it. They're good. They're on the plane right now. They're in air. So they will have a lot of fun. They will. Cassie's got it all planned out. She had all her outfits, everything she needed to pack. She had a whole list. She had on the computer. She had it all good for her and her sister to share what they needed to remember. She has every day planned out as to what they're going to see, what time it is, when it finishes, what time they'll be back at the hotel, and all that. So that'll be good. They'll have fun. This is her year. She said this is her concert year. She's pretty much, both of them have been going to every concert that they can, knowing that next year they'll both probably be, full-time-ish, and then it will be much more difficult to get to seeing concerts and stuff. So taking that day off here and there, or 2 days off, so they're appreciating it and enjoying it, and I enjoy that for them also, that they can do this and have their fun. And I know that, have the fun while you can, because then you get in that working world, full time, and then you have to schedule your vacations, or how that works and stuff. So that'll be nice. So again, that's it for this week. I hope you guys are all healthy and doing really well, and then I will fill you in next week on what happens then and what my results are and all that good stuff. So thank you again for joining me, and you guys keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.